What's up, YouTube? Zach's back with another attack, and today we're gonna have the quickest video to ever be demonetized on my channel. So, first off, I don't condone drug use of any kind. Don't put that on me. It's not my fault if you want to do that. Not me. Don't put that on me. But, also, here's the time that I tried salvia, which was legal when I did it. Just because I did it out of a bong with a torch, and it was a little questionable experience and everything, and now it's illegal, doesn't change anything. So, without further ado, let's talk about the time I got fucked up.
If you like darkness and hanging with Heartless, then you are not Sora, but you may be looking for a channel to watch. Zach to the future.
Okay, YouTube, come on. I'm not saying this was good or smart, just that it was interesting and I've got a story to tell. So, I never thought I would really tell this story, but here goes nothing. And once again, it was completely legal when I did it in Arizona. Totally legal. So, here's what happened. I went to a smoke shop and they had it there. I had heard about salvia because apparently Miley Cyrus smoked it at some party and it blew up, became a thing around that time, so I thought if it's good enough for Miley Cyrus, why don't I Hannah Montana down and get me some salvia? So I got that, and let's not ask questions here, but I had a bong, and I decided that I would try to smoke this. I knew that you smoked it and you needed like a torch lighter, so I bought one of those from CVS, and one of my friends came over and we were sitting on my trampoline. Now, it was a nice day, middle of summer in Phoenix. Well, not middle of summer. It was still when it was nice out, but not 150 degrees in Phoenix. But anyway, we took turns, and when it was my turn, I took it, I lit it, and then, all of a sudden, the whole world changed, and I felt like I was a house. I know this sounds crazy, but if you don't know anything about salvia, it's a bit of a hallucinogenic. It makes you see things, feel things, hear things, and it's very, very strange if you've never experienced anything like that before. I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying it's very strange. And I felt like a house. Now, when you're feeling like a house, it's a little hard to describe how that feels, but I was a house and I felt like I was also face. You know who I'm talking about from Nick Jr. Face. He was just the screen of your TV, but he had a face. And I was purple. And I was a purple house with face on me. Because I was a house with face. Yeah, it was weird. And the rest of everything around me, the suburb that I was in or whatever, I was weird colors, and it was like a bird's eye view. I could see me. I knew that I was this house that I was looking at, but I wasn't seeing it in first person. I was seeing it in third person, looking at me, and I felt like I was looking at me, like I was God or something, just staring at myself as face from Nick Jr. on a house who was purple, and everything around me was weird colors, and the world, which after a minute, I felt like I was on just a sphere. I was on the world, but it was just like another purple sphere. And the whole thing was just spinning. And I couldn't talk, but the world was playing "It's a Small World After All." And the world was just spinning, and it wasn't just spinning, it was like twisting and clenching, and I was just a house. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I'm a house. And you can't do much when you're a face on a house from Nick Jr. And, you know, you just sit there and you take it. So I'm sitting there being twisted and pulled by the world that I'm spinning on, and me, as Nick Jr. face, feels something wet on me. Now, in the real world, my friend who was with me saw that I had just started to fall backwards. As the world was spinning, my real body had started to just lean back, I guess, and the pipe spilled a little bit on me, and I burned myself. You're using a torch lighter. The thing gets very, very hot, and I touched it. I couldn't see anything. I don't know if my eyes were closed or if I was just experiencing something outside of my human perception, vision. I have not tried any other hallucinogenics, anything like that. No mushrooms, no acid, nothing like that. I'm not that kind of person, and if this wasn't legal, I probably wouldn't have done it at that time. But I gotta say, it was the weirdest experience I've ever had. After a minute of that, I came out of it. I realized that I was not the Nick Jr. face on a purple house spinning in a world that is a sphere in third person. And I realized that I had spilled bong water on myself, that I had burnt my hand a little bit, passed it to my friend, and we kept going. That's the only real thing that happened. After that, nothing was that strong, that meaningful, I guess, and nothing was that memorable. And I think I only had like one or two more hits of it. It was an interesting experience, one that I don't necessarily recommend because it was very, very bizarre, and it didn't really change my life other than having this story to tell. But of course it is now illegal, so I don't condone it in any way unless it is legal where you're at. Even then, that's totally up to you. Don't let this influence anything. But let me know, guys. Was this a good story? Was this stupid? You don't have to believe me, but that's exactly what I felt, what I saw. It was crazy. But there you have it. So I've been Zach. Don't you do crack or salvia, please. And I'll catch you in the future.